Imagine this. Millions of Americans on fixed incomes are about to see their monthly checks get a real boost in 2026, with the official cost of living adjustment kicking in at 2.8%, adding around $56 on average to retirement benefits. And that's just the start, because there are exciting developments on the horizon that could put even more money directly into your pocket if you're receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivor benefits, or spousal payments. So if that sounds like something you need to know about right now, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss these critical updates that could affect your finances. And drop a comment below letting me know what state you're in or if you're already planning for these changes, because your feedback helps build this community and gets this vital information out to more people who deserve to stay informed. Let's dive straight into the biggest updates for 2026 that every beneficiary should be aware of, starting with some immediate relief happening in certain areas where retirees are finally keeping more of what they've earned over a lifetime of hard work. For instance, in West Virginia, the state is wrapping up a multi-year phase-out of its income tax on Social Security benefits, meaning starting this year, all recipients there will see a full exemption, allowing them to retain every dollar without state taxes taking a bite. And this aligns the state with the majority of others that already don't tax these benefits, providing tangible help for groceries, utilities, medical expenses, or whatever else is stretching budgets thin these days. This kind of state-level change is part of a broader national conversation about making retirement more secure, especially with recent federal legislation introducing a temporary extra deduction of up to $6,000 for seniors aged 65 and older with moderate incomes, which effectively reduces or eliminates federal taxes on benefits for many, fulfilling promises to ease the burden on fixed-income households and ensuring more money stays where it belongs, in your hands for everyday needs or unexpected costs. But that's not all. There's significant buzz around a Democratic-led proposal in Congress called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act that's pushing for a temporary $200 per month increase for the first half of 2026. From January through June or July, adding up to $1,200 extra over those months on top of your regular adjusted check, and this would apply broadly to retirement beneficiaries, SSI recipients dealing with limited resources, SSDI folks facing disability challenges, survivors including widows, widowers, and dependent children, as well as spousal benefit receivers, offering quick relief amid ongoing affordability pressures from food, housing, and healthcare costs that seem to rise faster than many expected. While this bill is still working its way through the process and faces debates in a divided Congress, supporters argue it's essential short-term support for the 75 million Americans relying on these programs, particularly veterans, single parents on survivor benefits, and those with mounting medical bills. And if it gains traction with bipartisan backing for helping those truly struggling, it could become reality soon. So staying engaged by contacting your representatives is key, because public pressure often moves the needle on these issues. On a longer-term front, there's growing advocacy to overhaul how the annual cost of living adjustments are calculated, moving away from the current CPI-W index, which tracks spending for urban wage earners and clerical workers, to the CPI-E, specifically designed for elderly households, because it places heavier weight on categories like healthcare, prescription drugs, housing, and utilities that hit seniors and disabled individuals hardest, potentially resulting in higher yearly increases. Some estimates suggest it could add hundreds more per month over time compared to the standard 2.8% for 2026. And lawmakers from both parties have shown interest in this shift, though it's met resistance in the past due to concerns over program funding. But with inflation's lingering effects and surveys showing most older adults feel the current COLA isn't keeping pace, this could gain momentum if enough voices demand a fairer measure that truly reflects real-life expenses for retirees rather than younger workers.
Speaking of the 2026 COLA itself, this 2.8% boost will automatically apply starting with January payments for most Social Security recipients, pushing the average retirement check to around $2,071 monthly, while the maximum benefit for those who've maxed out contributions and delayed claiming until age 70 could reach up to $5,251, a nice reward for strategic planning.
And SSI payments will see the increase even earlier, with the adjusted amount hitting accounts on December 31, 2025 for the January slot, since the first falls on a holiday. To help you plan ahead without any surprises, here's the straightforward January 2026 payment breakdown. SSI recipients get their boosted January payment on December 31, 2025, and if you receive both Social Security and SSI or started benefits before May 1997, expect your check on January 2 since the usual 3rd falls on a weekend. Otherwise, for standard, retirement, survivor, or disability benefits, payments go out on the second Wednesday for birth dates 1st through 10th, that's January 14, third Wednesday for 11th through 20th, January 21, and fourth Wednesday for 21st through 31st, January 28, with this Wednesday pattern holding steady every month throughout the year based on your birthday. And remember, if a date lands on a weekend or holiday, it's shifted forward to the prior business day for convenience. Looking further into 2026, the overall schedule remains reliable. SSI on the 1st, or adjusted for holidays or weekends, and regular benefits on those 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesdays. So marking your calendar now can reduce stress and help with budgeting, especially as other changes like rising Medicare Part B premiums to $202.90 monthly might offset some of the COLA gain for enrollees, underscoring why additional proposals for relief are so important. Beyond payments, practical steps can maximize what you keep. Ensure direct deposit for faster, safer delivery if you're still getting paper checks. Review your My Social Security account online for personalized statements and to spot any errors early. Consider how working longer might replace lower earning years in your record for a higher benefit. And, if eligible, explore how the new senior deduction interacts with your taxes to potentially lower your overall bill. These programs exist because you've paid into them through decades of work, and while the system has flaws, like ongoing debates over solvency and whether adjustments fully capture senior costs, the positive momentum with the confirmed COLA, state tax relief, like in West Virginia, federal deduction enhancements, and active proposals for extra boosts or CPI-E adoption shows that awareness and advocacy can drive improvements, especially when millions speak up about needing dignity in retirement without constant worry over basics. If this breakdown has clarified what's coming for your benefits in 2026 or sparked questions about your specific situation, comment below with details like your benefit type or concerns about inflation's impact, and I'll address as many as possible in future updates. Also, share this with family or friends on Social Security so they don't miss out. Subscribe for more straightforward explanations on maximizing entitlements, avoiding pitfalls, and staying ahead of policy shifts. And hit like if you support fairer COLAs or temporary relief measures, because together we can push for policies that honor the contributions of seniors, disabled Americans, veterans, and survivors alike, ensuring a more secure future for everyone who's earned it. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one with more timely insights. To expand on why these changes matter deeply, consider how the 2.8% increase, while welcome, comes after years where some felt previous adjustments lagged behind actual senior expenses, prompting renewed calls for the CPI-E switch that could compound into significantly larger checks over retirement spans, potentially hundreds extra annually if adopted. And paired with the temporary $200 proposal, it highlights a recognition that one-time or modest bumps aren't always enough against persistent pressures like healthcare inflation outpacing general metrics. In states completing tax exemptions, the impact is immediate and compounding, freeing up funds year after year without reliance on federal action. And the new $6,000 deduction at the national level targets moderate earners to shield more benefits from taxes, a step toward broader relief that benefits everyday retirees rather than just the highest brackets.
For SSI folks with strict resource limits, any added dollars or preserved amounts make a huge difference in qualifying for essentials without penalties. And for SSDI recipients, maintaining work incentives alongside boosts helps balance health needs with financial stability. Survivor and spousal benefits often support vulnerable groups like widowed parents or lower-earning partners, so protections here prevent hardship cascading through families. Planning around the fixed Wednesday schedule avoids overdraft worries, and combining it with tools like the SSA's online calculators empowers better decisions on claiming ages or spousal strategies for optimal payouts. Ultimately, staying proactive, checking accounts monthly, appealing discrepancies promptly, and voicing support for equitable reforms positions you to capture every available dollar while contributing to systemic improvements that could benefit generations. Because Social Security isn't just a program, it's a lifeline built on collective contributions, deserving ongoing refinement to match modern realities. And with 2026 bringing confirmed gains plus potential extras, this year could mark meaningful progress if we all remain vigilant and engaged. If you're managing on a tight budget or helping a loved one navigate these waters, know that resources abound through official SSA channels, local agencies, or community groups, and small actions like switching to direct deposit or reviewing withholding can yield big savings over time. As we head into this new year of adjustments, the focus remains on ensuring no one slips through cracks due to lack of information. So keep commenting your experiences. What's your biggest expense challenge? Do you favor the CPI-E change, or are you hopeful for the $200 relief? Because real stories drive real change, and together we're stronger in advocating for a system that truly supports those who've supported it all along. Thanks again for being part of this. Stay informed, plan smart, and here's to a brighter 2026 with more security in your checks.